like she just did with you, and then you just have to, you got to find what's broken in that chaos, and at least get the one piece that was broken fixed, and then go quiet for a minute, and then go back to doing whatever you were doing. But trying to fix all of it doesn't, you know, like if you had stayed in chaos, I had stayed in chaos, and I just came back over here with this chaotic running, jumping, animated horse and said, yay, you went sideways. Right? She had no idea she did anything because all I did was just say, oh good, that was fun. I'm glad you bounced all over the place, and now we can just relax. As opposed to making that backup step, pause on that backup step, and then saying, now let's start over. Okay, go ahead and ask her to do it again. She can do it. Okay. So then you just tell her. Did I give you the demonstration or the analogy of like something rolling off of a table when they get going the wrong way? I just came up with it one day and I don't remember who I was working with, but I really like it. Was, you know, like when the horse, you want her to go that way and she starts going this way, imagine that it's like a glass vase getting ready to roll off the edge of a table. How quickly would how quickly would you get there to try to get that to stop? So that's how you're going to stop the wrong answer, so that you can be quick to stop the wrong answer, as opposed to letting it mechanically come through your mind. You know what's going to be awesome about her, when you truly have her fully trained, she's going to be amazing. Because when she thinks she knows the answer, she's on it. Like, she thinks she knows the answer here. She thinks it's go sideways over these cones. She doesn't care about which direction you're telling her to do it, but she thinks. So it's going to be cool when she really has a full education and she's always right. Good. But, and you stop telling her to go sideways, so you're saying forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. So don't sideways. Now that she's not at the cone anymore, just get your back up. So when she was making the mistake here, she was close enough to the cone that you could keep telling her what it was we were trying to do. But instead you turned it into like this yo-yo game. So what you did was you said back up, and then you drove her. She perceived that as you driving her forward. So then when you went to tell her sideways again, she perceived it as go forward, because that's how she misunderstood it. So then you said, then you stopped doing that and said no, back up, and then you said now do that, and she said no, now back up. So you're just doing this little yo-yo thing, as opposed to back up, now please go sideways at the same time. That's right. I know, it's this. She's like, I've been able to do it. You're a good girl. You're very proud of yourself. You deserve love. Okay. There you go. Because she wasn't having a going forward problem. She was having a go sideways this way problem. Good. Now just take a pause. So, for example, this would be when a pause, because like, since we've been just kind of flowing into it, or she's been flowing into it, now would be the pause to say, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. You know, just, hey, you're a good girl. And then come to life and say, Okay, now I'd like you to do that. Then she could be a star for still knowing how to do it, but just wasn't supposed to do it yet. Good. Good. Take down your energy. Take down your energy. Take down the rope. So she was perceiving. I would have just kind of dangled and jiggled the rope in my hand, straight, yeah, like that, as opposed to wiggling, as opposed to swinging it. It was too much energy. She perceived it as forward. That's why you got a lot of forward. She's got an itch. You got this. You already improved just on that one time. Okay.
Corrected myself. Self-pointed. Try to get her back over that way, or?
You could just go through the other two. Necessary. But try to just good. There you go. Now, do you feel more focused? You seem more focused.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
You down a whole notch.
Right? So much more focused over that cone, and so much more controlling your energy over this cone. Now, put those two together, you got it. Basically, be deliberate, don't be reactive. Good. Good, and that's what I would have done too. Said, yes, good, I'm glad you responded to the thing I did say. You could definitely ask her to come forward, she, or she could do that. Good. Good. Good, there you go. See, you took yourself down. You got yourself a little riled up, and then you're like, oh, I gotta take it down. Good. Yep. Yep. There you go. Look. Do you see her? Oh, I hope it shows up on the video. Okay. Now, as much as that wasn't 100% about the cone, you made so much just happen there that please tell me you saw her respond to your focus.
Yes, and I didn't want to leave her hanging either.
But she, as soon as you told her what to do with her hind end, her eyes went, oh. And then she's looking to you, right? She started to look to you like, well, then what next? Like, she saw what you were telling her to do, yet there was no body doing anything else. But she felt that you were telling her to do. There were 2 times specifically that she saw your focus and responded properly to your focus. The very last step, I think, and that one where her ribs and her hind end moved at the same time. You got it. I would stop her a little sooner than that cone, so that way she can't just go in there and assume. So when you hind yield her a little bit further away from that cone so you can tell. Like hind yield her right there. Good. Good. She's eating because she's just trying to keep busy. Now be intentional. Good. Be intentional. And mean what you have to mean. So if she's not backing up, there you go. Good. Good. I don't care about the cone. I care about you stopping what she was doing wrong. You were able to tell her no. Good. Again. Good. Okay. Yeah, you can keep trying to do the cones, but I didn't care that she messed that up because you were successful in getting something you were struggling with done. Good. Look at her. She's coming forward and sideways. Good. Good. So now with intention, tell her tail to swing all the way to me. Just her tail. Try to control everything else. Just tell her. There. It was kind of by accident. I'll give it to you. Now tell her tail. Yep, you went back to swinging. You didn't have to swing. Just have the intention. Watch. It's out there a little bit. Tell her tail. There you go. So you don't have to swing it. So I almost want to take the fan away from you, right? Because it seems to give you too much power and literally stomping on a Mustang, right? You want to take down your power a little bit. You got it. Well, that's why I said stop her here, regroup, and then say, and then commit to it though, then, so that way she can't be made wrong for being right. You know what I mean? Like, once you say, let's go, and then if she tries to take over, just kind of be like, just kind of go with her without letting her totally take it over, but just don't make her so wrong for being right. Because she's not assuming, because you did tell her to start, she's just assuming how fast she should do it. I like that. She said, that way? Nope, I wasn't told yet. Good, good, good girl. Now, I felt from looking at the back of you that there was a lot of intention in what you asked for, and she understood it. You didn't have to swing the rope at her or even tell her to, yeah. Mean it. Be as suggestive as you can, but mean it when you have to. Good. So that glass rolled right off the table. As soon as she started going the wrong way, you could have jumped in there and stopped her. She wouldn't have even come past that first cone. Get her out of your space. She's thinking naughty. She's thinking naughty. Get her out of her space. There you go. Good. So, in this case, she got a couple too many steps where you actually had to run around her to get onto the other side of the table, right? Where if she had just gotten started, you could have just gotten there, right? You could have just reached out your hand and done it. Instead, you're like, oh my God, I gotta get over here. You know, and it's funny, I usually leave lessons that could be perceived as like boring little tasks. And I'm always feeling like, man, I'm sorry, like we didn't do something really fun or whatever. And then I realize how hard some of these little things actually are, and I'm like, okay, I shouldn't feel bad that she didn't have this major puzzle because she still needed to get the one piece to the little puzzle. It's a lot harder. Yeah, oh yeah, it's all muscle memory. I know you are, and you've improved a ton in this whole session. You went from being loud and confusing the hell out of her to her taking pause and going, and then there was maybe 1 or 2 times still when you were still getting used to it where she said, well, I don't know what you said, so. Good lesson. I like when they do that. Okay. Yeah, she'll rip it out for me. Especially now that they're coming, she'll try to lift her head right now and be like, hey, I had the pin down and I wanted to. Good, that was a good response. Eventually she'll learn how to just go, sit down, which lady friend? Hi, lady friend. How are you? Right there. Did those laces back on? Right there, did I? Right there. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay. She's like, yep. Back up. She doesn't back up. Quiet, you can ask her about that loud. You always want, by the time you get done doing something that's aggressive, backing up like that, you want to end on a, how lightly can I do it? Because you want her to still feel like there's a good thing to look for. Good girl. So, I'm going to give you one to do, and I'm going to give you the hardest one to do. And actually, I'm going to make it even harder. I'm going to put it where she knows it's been. Till you tell her, and I want you to tell her almost nothing more than your intention. I want you to have her go, oh, okay, cool. Yes? Nope, get her nose, get her nose, you're gonna get her nose. Okay. Good.
Well, I got it done though.
You got it done. But there was a lot of energy there. So.
It wasn't listening so much.
But you're also now starting to turn it into kind of a yank down. Okay? Instead of wiggling side to side.
I go from one thing to another.
It's okay. Okay. So, I want you to literally just go and have her go sideways. Well, if I'm standing here, she'll definitely do it, so hold on. Okay. Have the rope in your hand. You want your support just in case you need it. You want your support just in case you need it. There you go. okay? But she has to feel the backward part too. You have to give her the feeling that don't go forward. She has to believe, she has to feel you saying don't go forward. So imagine you're like pushing, I'm trying to think like what would have water, like I'm thinking something that would have water in it that you could push up against here and then bend around. Like a float or something in the pool here, but then you bend the rest of it around. So you kind of want to give her the feeling that she's being blocked here and bent around. I don't know, can't think of anything that would mimic that could be a good, analogy, but her whole body sideways, and she has to believe that she feels that she can't come forward. So you're going to have energy coming from like your belly button and this forward. Then this part of you is going to say, go sideways. So you want her to, I've never tried to tell somebody how to, so I would tell her like, this side of me is telling her to go away. To see if you can, and it's a look. You're gonna look at her like you're trying to, my look starts here, and I look up and like a wave. Never try to describe what I see, but if I could figure out how to teach it, it would probably make things go easier for me as a teacher. But I don't. Then I'd probably be a millionaire. There you go. Yep. Yep. There you go. I'm gonna be a millionaire. So did you feel how this side of you said don't go forward and this side said please? So it's really a matter of mastering what our body says. But I'm not a master at teaching that. I'm a master at teaching the don'ts and do's and all that. But if I could skip even some of those dramatic steps, it would be awesome. It's just, I don't know that I have to figure out a way to work with simulations or something, so a horse doesn't have to be confused. But okay, do you want to swap them? Okay. They get along good? See? And you've never just tried to let her loose to see if she'll get along with Yankee too? Not yet? Okay.
I think it would be fine.
I do too, but just do it how you feel. You know what I mean? Don't. If I seem like I'm suggesting, don't take my suggestion.
I do want to do it. Well, how much time?
Why you want me? No, because yeah.
Maybe we should do it for
Her. You get Yankee, and then I'll leave her out, and then you can leave Yankee in. And then we'll turn you loose. Turn you loose like a good girl, huh? You did so good. Huh? Good girl. You so good girl. Oh, what a good girl you are.
Actually, I'll leave this down.
I should do a session one day, like showing how and trying to describe what it feels like to, like with one of my horses, and showing, because my horses are very much by my attention, and being able to try to say, it feels like I'm telling with this, because that worked.
Yeah.
You're going to get to go. Whatever you want to do. I don't know what you normally do. I haven't been here. so pretty. Is that your friend? Hmm? Right. Hanging. Flies are all over you. Oh, they're just all over his legs. Who's that? You know him? Huh? You haven't really met him yet. You come in, I'll go out. After you come in. You want to spray her before I turn this one loose. And that's what you've been doing, just turning her loose? Okay. Not with the halter, or leave the halter on? Yeah, I mean, I'd have to take a look at her with the sun. I mean, she definitely, when she put her neck down, she had definitely a shine to her. How's she been about taking her halter off? Better? Good.
Sometimes I have to get that little call.
Oh, definitely. See any sun on her when I was looking at her. Yeah, definitely. You can see.
Yeah, I just looked at the one that actually, he's dirty.
So it's harder to see. Like, he's like freshly dirty, like rolled a little while ago. Yeah, it's more interested in where her Yankee is.
Now at night, it's still in here. Last night that I was having together. My schedule. But I see her come over. Yankee will be like this here in the morning. And they go out of her way to park in here. See her finish. He wasn't even trying to come over or anything. He was just like, that's also what she is with him.
Right. Oh yeah. Time to come in. Well, yeah. When things matter, the boss really shows up. Sometimes the boss isn't even the horse you thought it was until something matters. Oh yeah, I forgot you wanted me to show you what I meant by she was like asking the rules. We'll have to see it on your phone though, because like I said, I get just this little tiny thing. And then you pull it up.
Please. I feel bossy today. You pull it up, and I'll go do